What's up, everybody? Trenton here with SoundlinkTV here at the Ready Room, as you can see behind us. Once again, Zach, aka Empty Isles. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good,
Awesome, man. So you are a newer artist on Tooth and Nail Records. I'm sure you have a lot of stuff to talk about and everything. And so first of all, introduce I guess how you got started doing music and everything, and your influences, everything. So a lot of people have been comparing you a lot to Copeland. I'm sure you've heard that a lot already.
I get that a lot.
Yeah. So talk about that. How you got your start and all that.
Yeah, I've been doing music forever. So for the past 3 years, I've been a producer and writing. And Empty Isles is kind of funny. It's taken a lot of different shapes and band names and forms, and just a hit right with the A&R at Tooth and Nail, and Empty Isles was kind of formed. But yeah, we get compared a lot to Copeland, which is really cool because they were one of my influences growing up. I listened to a lot of Copeland. I listened to a lot of Death Cab for Cutie and May. And so it kind of comes out in the music. And Aaron Marsh actually mixed the record, the lead singer for Copeland. So that's kind of the vibes for the record. But we're enjoying Tooth and Nail. We're slowly releasing singles. We have the album ready, and we're just kind of waiting for the right moment to let it go. But I'm really excited for the future. It's cool to be out here with Rookie of the Year, and Radio Room is really cool.
Okay, yeah, so this was sort of more of a low-key type show for a lot of these artists. Victory Jive did a full band here tonight, but a Rookie's solo and your solo. So is Empty Isles a solo project, or is it or is it actually a band? Because I mean, seeing you tonight just playing the guitar and piano and singing, it's it's one of those solo projects with a name moniker. But you keep saying we, so is it a band or is it you?
Yeah. Sorry for confusing. I get confused myself. Empty Isles is just me. I do everything. I have go-to musicians that I hire out for certain stuff, but I write all the songs, play a lot of stuff. So it's just me, and that's why I'm able to come out and just do it solo and feel good about it. But to get the full sound that I want, obviously it'd be cool to come out full band. But we're just getting going, and so just slowly, it just made sense to come out and just show people the songs, Okay.
So the Tooth and Nail deal and all that, you've been doing this for years and all that, you got A&R, the name and all that. So, so where are you going from here? You talked about the new record and stuff. Is there a date we can expect that, or is there anything that you can talk about regarding that?
2019 sometime. I'll just leave it at that. Yeah. We're just slowly releasing music. But lots more touring to come. We're kind of just ramping it up and getting it going. Music today is just such a weird thing where I feel in the past you could just kind of just jump in and go for it and then you see results, but nowadays with streaming and stuff, it's so much kind of testing the waters and seeing what sticks. I feel really good about the songs. I think you will too, but you'll hear them 2019 sometime.
I think for me, especially when I found out about your name and all that, I think for a lot of people is you actually played the Bad Christian thing this year with Emery and Classic Crime, replacing Aaron Gillespie, which is kind of interesting. So he couldn't show up to that. So getting your name out there, with names like that and everything. Obviously Emery, Classic Crime, Tooth and Nail affiliation. Everybody knows that. What was it like to get the opportunity to play, I guess, for a bigger crowd? And I guess, because that was the thing, is I remember people saying, who is this? Who's this guy replacing Aaron? Who's this band? Or so, what was that experience like for you? I guess your first time on the big stage, maybe, if you want to call it that?
Yeah, it was cool. I think I said during the show that 15-year-old Zach was freaking out because he was I grew up obviously listening to a lot of Copeland, but May was the honest.
Yeah, May was on that too. I forgot about that. Yeah,
I'm really tight with him with Dave from May. I live in Nashville. He lives in Nashville, so we've done some studio stuff together. But that whole thing is super surreal because I remember being a kid sitting in my bedroom and listening to the Everglow all the way through and just being this is what I want to do with my life. And so to be able to open up for these bands and Classic Crime was on the show, and I remember blowing out my speakers to The Fight by them in my car, and it was wild. So it was super surreal. It was cool to play in front of people. Tooth and Nail is different from a label standpoint. It's an independent label, but it's a family, and they say that a lot. But it truly is all these old bands that aren't on Tooth and Nail anymore, but they're still affiliated with it. They're all just super tight and have nothing but good things to say about Tooth and Nail. So
even Ryan Rookie, who's out here, is an old Tooth and Nail guy, and you mentioned on stage tonight you were like listening to his like CD like back in middle school or something.
Dude.
So and you're on tour with him. So
oh dude, my jam. I would write on my skin with like pens and like fake tattoos, and I'd write "What is love" like on my arm. I was that kid. But yeah, so this is like super fun. It's like it's a weird thing of like I want to be nostalgic and like play with Rookie, and it's awesome. But like I also like it's a new scene for Tooth and Nail. Like there's so many good bands that they just signed, and like I'm really excited for where it's gonna go.
all right, man. As far you said, record 2019. As far as touring, you going to be doing any other touring that you can talk about now into the summer, or?
We're in talks right now, but I'd like to stay really busy and get these songs out there for you. Yeah, so be looking for more stuff to come here. Nothing like set in stone, but we'll definitely be out on the road. I'd love to do more full band stuff. Yeah, and we're talking music videos and like cool stuff. Even new. I won't say it, but like there's cool stuff in the works.
Okay, so most important question of the night right here.
All right.
Rate the new Copeland album.
Oh man, it's really good. It's really good. It has so many like soundscapey, different tones that they hadn't done before, and so it was really cool.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not gonna give it a number, but I will say that the sounds are super cool. And I saw them live in Nashville, and their band is so freaking tight. So good. Yeah. What do you think? What do you think of the record?
I think it's great. Like I'm gonna be honest. Like when it came out, I told people like I knew of Copeland growing up. You know, I was solid state Tooth and Nail kid. You know, so I knew who they were. But I think when they were out is when I was basically, if it wasn't screaming and had a breakdown, I didn't want to hear it phase. And so like I didn't really get into Copeland until like later on. And even then I just knew a few songs, and the new record I listened, you know, I'm 29 now, so I listened to it. I'm just like, this band's amazing. So yeah, I was just in that phase in high school, I guess, where when they were like at their peak or whatever, where like it was like, if it doesn't have screaming or breakdown or not, you know, like I don't want to hear it. So I guess that's where I came from. So, but
that's cool,
it's like I grew. Yeah, my thing was like Under Oath, Norma Jean, and Chariot, stuff like that. So that was my time. So that's what I was listening to in high school. So
oh dude, that's a little too hard for me. I didn't go that far. I had to have a melody, but yeah, that's cool, man.
All right. Well, man, thanks for your time and everything today. Looking forward to listening to the record and seeing you out on the road or in living rooms, wherever you decide to do in the future. So
Thanks, man.
I'm Trent with SoundlinkTV, hanging out with Empty Owls. Thanks for watching, everybody.